Now, Prasad, come on, man. It's been too long. Enter the stage over here. Love to see you. By the way, I saw Tom Curry. Tom, are you around here? I saw Tom Curry up on the stage. He was giving a demo. He did a good job. He might have my vote for Best in Show. I'm not sure. Not picking favorites.
I have the same vote.
You have the same vote?
Yeah.
Have you all voted? Is the voting's open now, right? Those are the last series that Tom was on?
Yeah. Tom said, he would pass on the voting. I said, sometimes we win with one vote.
You know, what I like about Prasad is he's a super nice guy, but this guy, don't let him fool you. He is a shark. He built an awesome load board. He sells it to DAT. He takes that money and he goes, you know what, I'm going to help the truckers out. I'm going to build trucker tools. He sells that company. He's like, you know what, I need a different kind of trucker tools. I'm going to make scheduling and appointments with Q'd.
Absolutely, absolutely. One problem after other, right?
One problem, like how though? How are you approaching these problems? Because they've been very sort of trucker focused, load board to the trucker tool suite to now appointment scheduling. Where are you jumping off? Like how are you thinking about this industry?
Our industry has everything moving in. There are a lot of problems, right?
Yeah.
Some problems are peripheral. Hey, I have this minor thing, it's a color change on a button, right? Versus some of them are deep-rooted that have profound impact on the upstream and downstream. Like say, for example, what Q does, appointment scheduling, has so much upstream and downstream. Because when you get a good appointment, you get good carriers early. So that means you're getting them on a better rate. And since you're getting good appointments, no detention, better scorecard, your shippers love you, overall, your rates on those lanes can be less. So one problem has so much impact. So I like those problems that have that impact.
Now, if you remember last year, you reached out to me for F3 and you're like, we have to talk. I have to announce something, but I can't really announce it. And I'm like, Prasad, what are we going to talk about if you have to announce something, but you can't announce it? Well, that thing was Q'd, right?
That thing is Q'd.
And that's out of stealth. And how long has it been now? About over a year?
It's about a year, yeah, over a year.
Talk about growing that, because we're talking about a big topic, especially last year was the amount of VC funding that left, and so many people were feeling scared. And this year, I think people have been sort of dealing with it, hoping for recovery. What was it like building in a year like this where so many people are complaining about the challenges of getting capital, of getting support, of even finding ears to listen to them?
If you're a founder out there, this is the best time to build a company.
Yeah.
Recessions are the best because you get everything cheap, right? Resources are going to be good. If you can find for capital, that's good. During recession, only serious problems get support. That's the whole thing, right?
Really?
Yeah. Everyone is vetting your problem out. So if you have a problem that's not very good, that gets vetted out by the market.
There's a natural filter.
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of. Like when we had the big boom, like the big freight tech boom, a lot of those companies aren't here anymore, but you'd see them, and a lot of them felt like something that needed to be acquired, right? It felt like this could plug into another solution and like maybe that's a total solution. That's early stage freight tech. Those don't really exist as much anymore. With that in mind though, in a field with so much failure, how are you approaching it to get through that recession and keep this company flowing forward so you're not in the situation that some of these companies are that aren't here anymore?
Yeah, and I think the very first thing is this is a real problem.
Yeah.
So to give you the depth of this, over 100 million man-hours are spent every year scheduling
Just scheduling appointments.
manually.
Yeah.
And yet they're not getting good appointments. It's a foot race, everyone trying to win. So here we automated the whole thing, right? So people are reducing their lead time to schedule appointments from 40 hours to few seconds.
Yeah.
So that's amazing improvement, right?
Now, what's the big barrier to appointments? Is it just old, antiquated tech? Is it systems that don't want to integrate? And how are you getting them to be like, look, this is stupid. We're wasting time. We're wasting money. Whenever we talk about tech, we want these simple solutions that reduce keystrokes, that make things quicker. And I remember Tom on stage. He was talking so much about keystrokes. It's something I talk about constantly too, because after a while, you start getting carpal tunnel syndrome, man, clicking all these things. Talk about that.
The biggest hurdle everyone goes through, Tim, is when you talk about a new technology out there, everybody's worried about, oh, so you want us to integrate this.
Yeah.
Everybody hates it because the last time they had an integration, it took them a year, and their technology team really dragged their feet, and not that intentionally.
Sure.
But it's just a major problem that you have to answer on so many levels that I don't want integration, is what they say. So our team has done a marvelous job of eliminating that barrier.
Yeah.
We've had customers that went live in hours. And most of our integrations go live in days with almost zero to very minimal work from the customer side. So that is an amazing technology approach that our problem has been solved by our team very well. So I'm not going to go too deep in because some of our competition can listen to it.
Oh, you don't want to give the secret sauce.
No,
I saw Kevin Nolan was over there taking notes. I saw him. He's like, maybe Payhawk could now. Good stuff. So you're building this brand, though. You're building this brand, and you have this full year to do it. You want to get this name out here. You get Tom on stage. What should people know about what Q'd is doing? Who do you want to partner with here? Who are you a fit for?
So we're in for brokers and carriers.
Yeah.
Right. Brokers, carriers, 3PLs. They all have this manual.
Size matter, or are you targeting everybody?
We're targeting the large ones first.
Yeah.
Easier, right? But size doesn't matter to us, right? Today we have the majority of the top 100 3PLs and brokers that have onboarded with us. And we're rapidly bringing these customers. I mean, it's unbelievable. Tim, you know, I've been in this industry for many years. I've seen so much of tech.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a company that's been growing so fast like this before, like never. And, knock on wood. But,
So how about your growth, though? So does this stay appointments? Does this expand as you get feedback from your customers? Or are you seeing sort of other areas this can branch into and grow? You're not someone who likes to just sit still. You're a very active builder.
In this one, our goal is to stay appointments focused.
Yeah.
Because we want to be the exchange for appointments, own 100% of it. Then a lot of efficiencies can be derived from that, because then we can go to the shippers and show them where their bottlenecks are and really help our customers who are brokers, 3PLs, and carriers with their operations, right? So our focus is laser on appointment scheduling, that's all. And that's important, right? I mean, in today's world, everybody's getting distracted with, I can do this, then you got nothing to show for it, right?
So what happens when there's exceptions, right? So what happens, like the driver got a DUI? I think Tom mentioned that on stage, or the warehouse can't make it. You got no lumpers or something. For some reason, we can't fulfill within that window. What happens in your system?
So we have the ability to reschedule that appointment, right? So we also have the ability to swap appointments. Obviously, in those cases, we are working with shippers to make sure they allow us to do that.
So like if you had multiple trucks, too.
Yeah, exactly. One truck arrives faster.
This one's coming fine, just swap them.
So we can swap them. So by doing all of this, we're helping the dock operations. We are helping the shippers, right? Ultimately, they get to take the benefit home at the end of the day. But our first impact is 3PLs, carriers, brokers.
So why wouldn't everyone? It sounds obvious. Why wouldn't everyone want to do this?
This is an industry that has not changed much. Everybody thinks, manually someone is scheduling these appointments. Oftentimes, it's also less sexy business.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people get excited when you say appointment scheduling automation? Yeah, it's like doctor schedule.
Probably the only people here, not normal people. That's why we have to hang out together. You go out on the street and you start talking about dock scheduling. They're like, cool.
Yeah, who cares is what they'll say, right? Yeah, but it's a lot of nuances. So this is this problem has been ignored for ages, forever.
Yeah.
That's why this problem is interesting for us.
Prasad, do you think you could beat Mike Tyson?
Yeah, of course, yes.
You did? After watching that fight?
Yeah. Now that, I saw a way that he goes down, right?
You know who in this industry who actually was a Golden Glove boxer was the dude from Omar from Surge.
Yes.
Right? He's a Golden Glove boxer.
He lives close to where I live.
He lives close to you?
Yeah.
You ever mix it up?
I don't try with him, but I haven't seen him go down. So I have to see him go down. Then I can replicate that same thing.
Yeah. Well, Prasad, people who are here, how do they run into you or Tom? How do they connect with you?
Q'd.com. As simple as it is, QUED.com.
Yeah.
Reach us there. One of our team members will respond back immediately.
Very, very cool. You excited for tonight? You gonna go to the aquarium?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So if you see him there too, just hit him up. Might have a few drinks in you, some liquid courage.
A liquid courage, yeah.
Not me, but here we go. Let's roll the wheel.
So before I roll, I have a question for you. Why some of them are green and some of them are white?
Because some of them, right before I came here, I had to erase them, and I couldn't find my gray marker, so I had to use a green marker.
Okay. I was thinking they have something meaningful for you.
No, they're kind of chicken scratch, because if I don't like it, I'll just ask something else. All right, Prasad, Prasad, you...
I don't like that smile.
I want Prasad to adopt a dog. Prasad, you adopted a dog down there at the end of this hallway. What are you naming your dog?
Mike.
Mike?
Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Now that
I like
we just
it.
spoke about him, so
I thought you were gonna go cute. I'm like, here's a man for his brand. I like it. Well, Prasad, hey, grab a hat. Thank you so much for stopping by. Shake hands and take care.
Give me.
Give you a hug, of course.
That's all it is.
Happy to give you a hug. There we go. I needed that.